viewers of the live stream. Whether you're watching live or after it saves, we have some information to review. We're getting close, I think. We have a blue super guppy on the 12-hour, which has actually triggered the rally. So we're in it right now. We're in it right now. Now, we are starting to get sell signals, but we don't have any major sell signals. We do have a red dot, which is obviously the first sign that the market's starting to get overextended, but it's on the 10-hour time frame. So we can't definitively say that the top is in because it's just not enough. But it's something to watch, as you can see. Next would be the 12-hour, which we don't have yet, which is good. That means the rally can continue. But once we get a 12-hour red dot, now we start getting a little worried. And once we get a 20-hour red dot, you could probably start to get a little bearish, which it's up in here. So the next move down is going to trigger the red dot, but it shouldn't move down yet. It should go higher. And then finally, the daily time frame would get into the red if we do go higher. And obviously, we know that 78K wasn't the top, but it was pretty damn close. Same thing back here, was the exact top almost. So we're definitely getting there. I think we have enough evidence to suggest that we're in the big part of the rally now. Question is, how high is it going to get? And the 200-day moving average is coming down now. So we shouldn't actually go that high anymore. It's like 71,000. Came all the way down from 74 to a projection of 71. And the short-term cost basis is right there. So I actually think that if we get a quick spike this week, it could be the top. Today's Wednesday, if I'm not mistaken. So if we just pop like this into the FOMC, then by the middle of August, we're back at the low. We have one final bounce into September. And then we begin our descent. Should be 1, 2, 3. Should be 1, 2, 3. Try and make this quick and easy. No FOMO. We got the sell signals loaded. They're not in yet, but they're loading. Right, these red dots triggered the move down in January and in April and May. The fact that we're coming up here, which I noticed, is these red dots come right when we get between the orange and the red moving average. They never come before, which is good. And I think same thing with the RSI. Our RSI is coming where we need it to go. Every time it's come into this box, we have topped out. And we're one more push away. So I really think that one final spike to like 70K should do it. Yeah, because every time the RSI comes down here, the bottom is in. So technically, we shouldn't come down here until the capitulation is over. So probably September, October. Yeah, not to mention if this ends up happening, it's another lower high again. This one I think was, yeah, this was a lower high. Look, it doesn't matter if it breaks the trend line, it was still a lower high. So if we come up one more time, it is going to be a lower high again, all the way from I mean, you could probably stretch this thing all the way back to fucking November 2020. Holy shit. Goes all the way back. Yeah, look at this. Look at this. You made a high, then you made a lower high, then you made a lower high, then you made a lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high. If we go up again and it gets stuck, it's another lower high. That's bearish. This is, dude, this is literally what happened in 2022. Not the exact same, because this was clearly a higher high here. But this is it, man. If we make a lower high here, that should do it. And I don't know if it's going to be a lower low on the RSI, but it doesn't have to be. It just has to come back down here. Because this was a 30% drop. This was a 30% drop. This was like 27% drop. So if we come all the way back down, 27 to 30%, that should do it. Yeah, 45 to 40K. I think that's what we're looking for. And the fact that we're like struggling again, it just makes me bearish. Stock RSI, how we looking? Yeah, stock RSI is max bullish up here, look. I think this is it. We got Craig Coates, Higher Low, Ian Wallace, Whale Talk, O House, Johnny117, Chris, Higher Low, Matthew Dropko, Vegeta, Trey, One the Herd. Nah, everybody's already made up their decision, honestly. So I've been chatting with AI last night, and I told it to give me the sentiment, and it says 20% of people believe that we're going below 40,000. So this whole notion that everyone's bearish is just not true. I asked it to pull data from all of YouTube and X between the engagement, the comments, the videos, the titles and the thumbnails, and the content itself. And consensus between everyone is there's a chance the bottom is in. And if the bottom's not in, it's going to be in the 50s somewhere. And someone made a good point. They said that there's some guy in some random comment, but it's kind of true. If everyone's looking at the bottom to be a certain price, people automatically assume that because everyone's looking at it, it's not going to happen. But what if the reason it doesn't happen is because it goes much lower? And I've seen that happen before. 28K? No, 28K is too low. I was actually punching in all the numbers on AI with the problem with AI is it's not that smart, and we already went over everything manually. But it says that 40 to 45,000 is where the bottom would be if we repeat all of our metrics that we look at. So it's useful for some things because I'm not a mathematician, so I can't calculate the jumps in the MVRV. But if we repeat the MVRV Z-score, what is this now? They want me to... No. Bro, they fucking... No. Oh my God, thank God we used it. Dude, they're making me pay now. Dude, oh no. I've been using this website the whole bear market. They must have fucking caught on. Look, they want me to upgrade. Oh, thank God we already had everything, dude. Wow. That's gotta be fucking bearish. And I keep using the F-bomb because I'm angry. Wow. Alright, maybe not. Yeah, look, it's not loading anymore. Dude, no way. This was the only website that was working. And now they're making you pay. No shit. Dude, that's nuts. That is nuts. Upgrade. You gotta be fucking kidding me. That's nuts. Oh man, I've been using this website for like a year. I guess I'm not big enough of a YouTuber for them to notice I'm using it. Dude, what made them change it? Let me see if this other website has it. Yeah, but this website sucks. I can't even... Alright, this website has it, but it doesn't have the long-term holders. That's the issue here. You gotta be kidding me, man. This is like... It's not the end of the world because we already have the information memorized. Yeah, this website's still free, but it's not as good. You see how I can toggle long-term holder new pool? Dude, that's really pissing me off. Let me see how much does it cost to upgrade? Uh $18 a month? Yeah, that's nuts. Not the end of the world though, because we already have all the information because we've been looking at it for the last 3 months. So we know. Yeah, what the fuck? I no, they got us. Oh my God, they got us. Look, I can't go back. Look, the fucking history gets cut off. Yeah, that's nuts. Wow, everybody's just so greedy. That sucks. I'm actually genuinely mad. Look, I can't go back anymore. They literally updated it yesterday. No, I was just looking at it fucking this morning. They just did it, or it had to be overnight. This they didn't update yet. Man, that sucks. Well, at least we still have this one. Well, we know the long-term hold, the realized price is 49,000. I'm glad, you know what? I'm glad. I guess what do they say? Be glad that it happened, not that it's over. I'm glad we extracted as much information as we did. I knew it was too good to be true, man. Every other website makes you pay, and this one was free. This is this is still free. Yeah, it's like the only ones that I use, they making you pay now. Those little cockroaches. Somebody must have snitched on me. Yeah, they literally only changed the ones that I was using. The MVRV Z score, the long-term holder MVRV, the new pool. We were gonna use the new pool. We said once it goes positive, the top is in. And look at what they did. Right when the top's about to come in, they making you pay. I made this video yesterday. I remember I said we're about to be positive, and now it's blocked. Which I guess if it's that big of a deal, I'll pay the $20 a month, but I don't think we need it. I think we got the data that we needed from it. I'm grateful that it lasted as long as it did because I have everything memorized anyway, you know? We got Oh wait, maybe they have the indicators on TradingView. Let me see. I mean, the MVRV Z-score is like the most basic thing. Yeah, this shit is the most basic indicator there is. The problem is you can't get it on the weekly time frame. It starts glitching. All right, we could probably get away with this, honestly. Yeah, we got to come down here. Even if we make even if we make higher lows, we still got to come down here. Yeah, exactly. Gotcha. Yeah, but I'm gonna be honest, man, it's not the same because we had long-term holders and we don't really have that. I mean, I have this. But I don't think this is gonna help us. Right? What is this? Yeah, that's tough, man. I mean, this chart says we didn't hit capitulation yet anyway, but Yeah, that's tough. I am a little upset, but I'm not gonna freak out. That's nuts though, man. I swear they blocked the indicators that I use. That's it. I'm not trying to complain for too much longer, but it's really a big deal. Short-term hold to realized price. They didn't block. Long-term hold to realized price. They didn't block. So I guess as long as they keep this, we're fine. Because we know that the nupal only turns green when we get above the realized price for the short term, and the nupal for the long term only turns red when we fall below the long term realized price. I guess if I can, I'll try and find another website, but I don't think it exists. I think everybody's fat and greedy. Yeah, see, these guys want you to pay for it too. Long-term holder nupal. But I think we got what we needed out of it. Oh, wait a second. Actually, I think I do have an indicator. Yeah. Is it this? Yeah, I think it's this. Right? I said every time we topped, we turned green. Yeah, it is this. Topped here. We topped here. Yeah. This is it right here. Okay. Those fucking greedy bastards. You motherfucker. I can't believe the greed. Yeah, it's this one. Okay. It's not as perfect, but it's what do you want for free? All right, so every time the nupal is about to turn, what if I lower the time frame? Yeah, it's not gonna work. This isn't terrible. Yeah, this is not terrible. This is not terrible at all. Right? Yes. Okay, this is fine. This is the same thing. It's a 12-hour time frame. When we're about to turn positive. So the next push up should be the top. The same shit. All right, those little greedy fucks. Now I need to figure out the long-term holder nupal, which I guess we don't, because honestly, it's really only useful for predicting the bottom. And you could see that we're right there. Like we're one more flush down to complete the bottom. All right. We're all right. Christopher 5 says Bitcoin realized price bands. I appreciate the 5 from Mr. Christ. Realized price bands. Let's see. Yeah, this is not bad, but I kind of have we already have an indicator like this. It's not a bad indicator. It looks good. Like you could see we always bottom on the last band, but I have an indicator like this already. It's this one. Where is it? The mere multiple bands are not that far either. Pretty much the same thing. Oh wow, they're in the same spot too. Look, 39,000. Yeah, I have a similar indicator to this, the one that I use on the channel membership videos. I just can't see it. I don't know where it is. It should be right here somewhere. Oh, here it is. Yeah, this is basically what we use in the membership videos. It just doesn't have all the extra fluff. But I appreciate the 5. It's definitely worth watching, I think, right? It's got the realized price. Realized price is in here. And then I kept saying it. We keep saying the word over and over again, realized price, and I never understood what it was. But it's legitimately the cost basis of the entire network, which means in order to mark capitulation, we must go below the realized price. It makes sense. People are saying capitulation already happened. In what realm? Because the RSI is on the ground? The overall network is positive. The definition of capitulation is where the market is underwater. And it makes sense every time we go back above it, the bull market comes. You know? I mean, you could say, oh, we came back above it here and it didn't happen. You get the concept. Yeah, this isn't a bad indicator by any stretch. I appreciate the 5, Mr. Chris. Yeah, this is what I'm thinking, though. I'm thinking we got to get accumulated between a rock and a hard place. Oh, yeah, I guess I see it, which is kind of, yeah, but we already had that, but this I guess has more colors. But yeah, I think the accumulation is here. So what I think has to happen is we have to sit through a period of accumulation in the last band, 217 days bull run. We come down to here, 130 days bull run. We come down to here, 280 days bull run. I think we got to sit down here for a period of time. I think we turn bullish in February. If I had to guess what I think is going to happen, I think we get the high in the next 2 weeks. We come down. We get the low in October. But the accumulation starts when we break this white moving average. So if we break the white moving average in September, which would be nice, then we could argue 150 days of accumulation puts us in March, February, March. That lines up with what happens. 217, 120, 280. So I think this helps paint a picture, but yeah. And then typically people say, well, you're not hitting the top band, so you don't have to hit the bottom band. But you can see you didn't hit the top band here, and you still came down. Even though here you did, and you came down. And you can actually see that the tops are getting more compressed, I guess, condensed. Like they're not pulling away from the moving average as far. And this one, we didn't even hit it. But I like this, yeah. I think we got to go below the realized price. But the reason why this website was so good is because it gave us the long-term holder realized price. The problem is TradingView doesn't have that. It doesn't exist. You know? Sucks. Unless, so I appreciate the 5, man. It helps out a lot. I appreciate the 5. You're limiting your premium members and getting mad when that on-chain website does the same to you. No, because I share everything in the live streams. Everything I give to my members, I give to the live streams. Which means if that's the same, then they should give this to me on my live stream. And when I make a video, it doesn't work. This guy copy and pasted the same message twice in a row, not financial advice. I'm not limiting premium content to my premium members. I give all the content on the live stream for free. There's a nice try of defamation. You'll receive a notice in the mail over the next 2 weeks, and I want to see you in court. Not financial advice. If you supported the channel and became a member, you'd know that everything I talk about in a live stream appears in a video. But you're not ready for that conversation, Mr. Moonboy. Yeah, this... wait, this... Yeah, see, look, they chopped it off. Those motherfuckers. Those motherfuckers. It's too bad they don't have... Oh, wait, what do we got here? Short-term holder MVRV score? It doesn't work. Oh, wait. It doesn't work. Busted. Oh, hold on a second. This guy might be cooking. This guy might be cooking in the crock pot. No, it's the same. It's the same shit. Well, as long as this website doesn't go corporate, we should be fine. Somebody asked about the CVDD. It's definitely something to watch. I just don't talk about it. I can see, though, people are saying the bottom is in. It's only 48K, though. That's the problem. At least this one. Maybe I'm looking at the wrong one. The problem with the CVDD is the long-term hold to realized price is the same spot. And if you look at every time we come down here, in every instance, the Nupal was negative. This time around, the Nupal or the long-term Nupal won't be negative, or maybe it'll barely be negative. I think this indicator is going to break. It's something to watch, though. Maybe it holds. All right. As long as this website doesn't go corporate, we should be fine. Yeah, this is what I'm saying. The long-term hold to realized price, we go below it every time. And it says it right here. The average price at which long-term holders acquired their coins. So it makes sense that every time we bottom, it means long-term holders are underwater. If you think about it, it makes sense. People will always run their fat mouths talking about how capitulation occurs when the market is at a loss. You have to go below the realized price in order for that to happen. It's literally right here. The average price at which long-term holders acquire their coins. So how do we have capitulation if half the fucking market's above water? That's why I think this is going to play out. Now, I could be wrong, but if I'm wrong, that's okay, because that's what happened every single time. Forever and ever. Oh, what is this? Yeah, look, every market cycle we go below. This is going to be the first time we don't? I don't think so. I don't fucking think so. Get the mayor, motherfucker. You guys ever see that? Give me the mayor, motherfucker. I think this is going to play out. I think this is going to play out. All right. I'm grateful that they let me steal for that long, even though I wasn't stealing. Here he is. We are rallying due to the assumption of the Clarity Act. Yeah, people in my chat have been talking about the Clarity Act since January. It's a psyop that YouTubers use to farm their viewers for engagement. If I get this shit right, I'm going to become a farmer too. I really think if I get this right, I'm going to be a farmer. I'm going to be reading you guys the news, and then I'll make the premium charts for the members. The Clarity Act is a farm. Capitulation already happened in 2022, the new cycle in the ETF world. Oh yeah, I asked my AI about the fucking ETF, and they said that it's a cope because the ETF is just an instrument. It doesn't mean that there's new buyers out of nowhere. Because people always bring up the inflows, but they're not acknowledging that whenever Bitcoin goes up, there's inflows, and when Bitcoin goes down, there's outflows. So it's the same thing as people just buying Bitcoin. Just because there's an ETF doesn't mean there's new buyers out of nowhere. It's the same people that bought Bitcoin in the past. They just do it through an ETF now. And the thing that I find fascinating is we're already below the cost basis of the ETF. And I think we got rejected from it back here. But not everyone who bought the ETF is underwater. That would require us to go much lower. I believe it was this, if I'm not mistaken. The question I asked the AI, I said, why is everyone saying the ETF is going to prevent us from going lower if the S&P 500 is an ETF and it doesn't prevent us from going lower? And it said, you're right. I said, thank you. I know I'm right. I think I already read that. But this is it, man. We're in the rally right now. Oh, I have a question for the degenerates. This is why I started streaming. Does anybody know why Harry Potter is going down? We know we're in a bear market, so that's why it's going down. But my question is, are they moving chains, or is this just telling us that we're bearish? Uniswap V3 has more liquidity than Uniswap V2. I've been tracking the V2 for the last 4 years, or 3 years, or whatever it is. 2 years, sorry. The liquidity's gone. But the V3 version has all the liquidity, so it makes me think it's not a migration. It's just the coin just sucks. Right or wrong? Bearish? Bearish? Does anybody follow the degenerate coins? Oh, you know what I forgot to tell you guys too? Cashapp took a shit. Remember people were like, bull market? Dude, Cashapp collapsed, man. We're bearish, boys. We're bearish. I just don't know if we're going to get the last little squeeze. I have faith that we can. But this is beautiful. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. Look, we're in it right now. FOMC was here. The FOMC was here. Our FOMC is here. It's the same pattern every time, baby. Come on, baby. Dude, if we get this right. Oh, if we get this right, man. We get this right, it's going to be a generational opportunity. $12 hours, light blue. I think we just sit and wait. I don't think there's anything new to discuss. I think we just sit and wait. Where's the VIX? How's the VIX looking? Still, yeah, still bearish. Stock RSI? It's actually still bullish. Is it time to buy alts? You gotta ask someone else on YouTube. This is it, boys. If I'm not mistaken, the top should form in the next 10 days. I hope it didn't form already. There's always a chance that it did, but I'm not convinced yet. Even Dexy rugged? What do you mean, Dexy? Oh! Nah. I don't even know what this is. Oh! Wait, why have I never heard of this? Oh! Yeah, that's it, man. We're getting close. Yeah, but it's been range bound. I've never heard of this. Oh, I have a chart back here. 2021. What the fuck? This chart is from 2021, man. I always like when I see this because it reminds me back of the young days. I guess I had the right idea. It was just too early. Yeah, I've never heard of this before. I mean, obviously I have if I have a chart, but that was 5 years ago. What did it do in the bull? Oh, it only did a 10x. Yeah, that's bearish for sure. That's gotta be bearish, man. What are my thoughts on Plume? I've never heard of Plume either. Is it bearish? Yeah, fucking zero. That's what I think. Zero. One more spike, then straight down. Yeah, this is it, boys. I'm getting excited, but I'm not nervous yet. Maybe I'm not nervous because we're prepared. We're getting everything we asked for. Almost every single thing we wished, we're getting. We wished for Doge to be a dead dog. We wished for MSTR to make a lower high. Coinbase made a higher high, but that's okay. Solana's making a lower high. We got a 2-week red dot on ES. I don't know if this is going to print, but it's there. If Bitcoin or whatever this is, not whatever this is, if ES stays sideways for another 10 days, we're going to get a red dot. We didn't get a red dot on NVIDIA's 7-week, but we did get a red line, which is bearish. And we also have a 5-week red dot. And we have a 5-week, hold on a second, chat. The stock RSI is curling down. Now, it's not perfect. Obviously, 2020 was bullish, but I don't think we should ignore it. No red dot on emerging markets. Oh, we have 2 monthly red dots on emerging markets. We have a red dot on SOX. Oh, it went away. Yeah, it went away. Check the coin night, Cardano coin rugged it. Yeah, but this yeah, but this was bearish from the get. What about Snake? Yeah, don't forget somebody said Bonk got hacked. That's also bearish. The biggest meme coin get fucked. Yeah, Bonk got hacked, quote unquote. Yeah, this is it, man. We're ready. We're ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. We just need one more spike to 68 to 70, and then we hide in our bear bunkers and wait for the storm to pass. We do have a red dot on the 8-hour. That's not enough to trigger a crash, though. But it's the first sign of weakness. Bonk wasn't hacked. Bonk wasn't hacked. That makes this even more bearish. It went down even more for no reason at all. Somebody in the chat said Bonk was hacked. Yes, Bonk was involved in a major incident, though it was technically a governance exploit. The same shit, brother. Bearish. An exploit hack. Bearish. How come these exploits don't happen when we're bullish? They only happen when we're bearish. Yeah, I just Googled it. It says the strategy, rather than exploiting a smart contract, an attacker spent $4 million to buy up Bonk to control a significant voting block. The attacker submitted a malicious proposal to transfer 4 trillion Bonk out of the treasury. Fucking bearish. Bearish. I'm getting excited, but I'm also like, we just need one more push. One more push, baby. This is perfect. It's a thing of beauty. If this plays out, I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna be a born again Christian. Nah, I'm just kidding. I mean, dude. We're supposed to be going up right now if it was bullish. How are the semiconductors? You said you have been warned. The curry man says I've been warned. We do have a 3-week. Oh, we do have a sell signal on Micron. We do have a sell signal on Micron. It marked a top in 2018. It marked a top in April of 2021. It marked a top in 2020. Oh, there was no top in 2024. So it's not perfect. August 13th, Black Swan. I'm waiting to see one more push, and then I'm going in my bear bunker. I think there's one more push left in the tank here. What's the deal with the semiconductors? It's the AI trade. Which, that's just a bullshit too, because the semiconductors always go up. But they went up exponentially, quote unquote, because of the AI trade. But it doesn't matter. The next bubble is coming, whatever that is. SOXL has gone up every time forever. I don't give two shits about the AI. I care about the semiconductor ETF, and I always did, because it always does a big move. Every time it's done a 4 or 5x. It's more than enough. Can I please explain? I just did. If that wasn't enough, unfortunately, I can't explain it then. We're getting close. 12-hour red dot could print in the next 12 hours. It could. No 12-hour print on Ethereum yet. Maybe that's a good thing. Yeah, no 12-hour print for Ethereum. Oh, Pitbull made another low too. Wow. I what about Toshi? What is Toshi doing? Oh, Toshi's fucked. Yeah, this is it, dude. So SPX, or excuse me, so Harry Potter is just bearish because we're bearish, right? Not actually getting hacked or migrating. I'm telling you, this is the big one. I'm looking for a big crash too. I just don't know. I think there's one more push left. It's almost like if the 4-year cycle is going to repeat, we have to have a big crash. How do we get down to 40,000 in 2 months? Dude, the bottom could be in 2 months. That's exciting. That's exciting. Shiba sucks. SEI sucks. What are we waiting for? We're waiting for Avalanche sucks. We got Ondo, which is bullish. This has always happened. We're getting everything we asked for. It's a Christmas miracle if this works. No, it's going to be Christmas soon too. God help me if this works. Jasmine can't catch a bid. Every time it goes up, comes right back down. Bearish. It should get a spike though. It happened in January and it happened in May. We should get a bounce. Floki hasn't spiked up yet. We're waiting for Floki to spike. Tau is bearish. This is it, man. This is it. I think we're ready. I think we're ready. What am I looking for before I flip bullish? 40,000. 40 to 45,000. I'm okay with 42, 45 because it lines up with all the other charts like the MVRV, the Nupal. Maybe we go into the 30s, maybe we don't. But 40K, 42K, that's enough for me. But I don't really see anything out of the ordinary. I think we're getting exactly what we asked for. The shitcoins are remaining bearish. Bitcoin is grinding higher. Does anybody have anything else they want to share? Any kind of rugs or something? Does anybody have any rugs they want to share with the class? Check Rune. That shit didn't bottom. It just made another low. Nah, we're bearish, man. Bearish. Bearish. What about crypto stocks? How are the crypto stocks? Circle's still getting jammed. Yeah, Circle's making a lower high. Circle lower high. Yeah, this is what happened here too. Oh, baby. Toro. Yeah, I guess if we could see eToro break down, that would be massive. Robinhood is well, Robinhood already went up. Solana stocks are not bouncing. Yeah, even this scam went up. Look. Every time we get a relief rally, this scam pumps. So maybe we're looking for one more scam pump from this. The word bear market is going to the moon. No, I think I already checked it. If it's not, I'm timing you out for taking time out of this. We're at a very important time right now. So if you're lying, I'm going to have to time you out. We're looking for pristine information. We don't really have time for trolls. No, it already came down. It already pulled back from June. It already pulled back from June, my friend. So thank you for sharing. We'll see you in about 5 minutes, my friend. Just a little 5 minutes. What happened to Chill Guy and Moodang? Oh, I forgot about Moodang. Yeah, Chill Guy had a rally. We're looking for another rally on Chill Guy. Chill Guy rallies every time. Yeah, look, you even get in this. Man, if Chill Guy spikes up one last time, that should be the top. I haven't checked Moodang. I forgot about Moodang. Yeah, Moodang sucks too. Yeah, but this is what we want. We want to see what we saw the whole bear market, which is sideways. This is what we want. We don't want any fancy, what do they say? Fancy business, oh, funny business. We don't want any funny business. We want the market to do what the market always does, and the market's doing what it always does. The missing piece of the puzzle here is one final spike. Is that one final spike would trigger the final rally for Doge. It would trigger, even Cardano is doing the same business. No funny business. Bitcoin Cash tried to do funny business, but then it came back down. This is beautiful. This is what we want. There's not even BNB, the second largest currency. No funny business. That's my new slogan. I'm going to put that on a t-shirt. There's no funny business going on. We're looking for one final rally. Yeah. I'm getting a little excited, I'm going to be honest. Just a little bit. Our Moonboy chart is playing out beautifully. We need one more push up and we're in the kill zone. One last push for good old time's sake. Come back to the low in August, bounce, go straight down into September. Between 50 and 40,000. It accumulated. Put my bull cap on February 2027 and running the fuck back, baby. Where's Sonny the Curry man? Where's Curry man? He's gonna put 400,000 on MSTR. And he's not gonna send me a single super chat. That's nuts. Curry man. Wait, I saw that guy. Somebody in the stream came in with the Rob G profile picture. I haven't seen that guy in forever. Thoughts on oil? I think everything's getting ready to shit. DXY. Well, I guess the DXY would be bullish. Ah, this is it, boys. Total 2. Oh shit. Total 2. No funny business. No funny business. Dude, I'm getting excited, man. No funny business, alright? Let's go, man. There's no funny business. You guys aren't happy enough. You guys aren't bearish enough, man. No funny business. Blockchain backer is getting cocky, saying the bottom is in because one on-chain indicator says the bottom is in. This is perfect, man. No funny business. I like blockchain backer, but dude, now he's talking shit about the 4-year cycle where you go back and look at his videos at the top, he was screaming for all season, and then at the last second he changed to bearish, and he literally said the 4-year cycle says we're bearish. Now he's shitting on the 4-year cycle. This is it, man. This is it, boys. No funny business. No funny business. All right, let me ask my question to the AI. Can you gather all the data on YouTube and X and tell me if people think the Bitcoin bottom is already in, or is it a little lower, or is it around 40K? Let's see what it says. Generating your answer. So according to this, it says 25 to 30% say the bottom is in ETF absorption, which is what that guy in the chat says. 50% says the bottom is around 55K to 48K. And 20 to 25% think we're going between 32 and 40%. So consensus is 55K or 50K. More people think the bottom is in than we can go to 40,000. So technically, most people think the bottom isn't in, which is true. 70%, according to this, think the bottom is not in. Now, I imagine, depending on how you word it, you might be able to change the data. Let's see what it says. Let's see what it says. Yeah, but see, this isn't even giving us accurate information. This is what I'm talking about. AI is not even that accurate. They're saying that Crypto Banter, Wolf of Wall Street, are saying this is bearish. But if you look at their YouTube channels, they're all saying they're buying Bitcoin. This is why I think AI sucks still. Let me see. Yeah, right here. Bitcoin just hit the 2022 bottom signal. I guess whenever the market's red, he's bearish. And when the market's green, he's bullish. See, Bitcoin bottom in. I think he's just interviewing people. He's not actually giving analysis. I could have sworn Crypto Banter said the bottom could be in. So I don't trust what that AI says. Let me see. Oh, you know what it is? They got different people saying different things. I thought Crypto Banter was that one guy. Crypto Man ran. But it's a bunch of jabronis as a team. I see, I see. Click on the pro sign and see what the model says. It doesn't let me. It says I already used my freebie. I already used up my money, my monies, my human monies. This is it, man. This is it, boys. The final countdown. Total 2 is doing what Total 2 always does. Nothing. Total 2's doing what Total 2 always does. Even in the bull market in 2023, it went up. Even in 2019, it went up. So is it different this time? Let's see. If Bitcoin pushes up and Total 2 doesn't, we're bearish. Oh, this is it, guys. I don't know what else to say other than good luck. Good luck to the bears. Good luck to the bulls. I think we're forming a top soon. We've got yellow 8-hour candles. Next push up is going to make them orange. I think you got a shot at a bottom. You got a real shot at a bottom. Semiconductors to the moon. Bottom is in. Semiconductors to the moon. Oh, what about Meta? What happened to Meta? Oh shit, Meta's coming down. Yeah, look, every time we get a relief rally, Meta pumps. Hold on a second, this guy's cooking again. I told you I wanted fresh cold cuts, not cooked. Look at this dude. Come on. I'm getting excited again. Oh, this is it, dude. This is it. I think we get one more rally, and then that's it. I think we get one more rally, and then that's it. I think we're max bullish right now. So we must go up. Yeah, look, you even have blue webs on the 22-hour time frame. Yeah, we're max bullish now. This is it. We're going up. We're going up, boys. Good luck. Good luck to you all. Once we break 68K, I go in my bear bunker until the bottom. We're going up, guys. I think we went over everything. We went over the Newpol. We went over all of that stuff. We have all the bullish signs. And once we push a little bit higher, we're going to start getting red dots. Every top this bear market has been 2 red dots. Actually, it looks like it's been a bearish divergence too. This is it, man. Okay, so my question is, where's the bottom from the first red dot? 30 days away. Oh man, oh baby. Look, it lines up with our time frame too. If we get our first red dot this week, doesn't mean the top is in, but 47 days from this week puts us in September. So it could be we come up, we come down, boom, get a bounce, boom. That's it. This is it, man. Ethereum already got a red dot, but it usually gets a couple of them. Yeah. Ever since the top in August, when we get these red dots, it's getting bearish. I think one more squeak to the upside. One more squeak. One more squeak. Where's the daily RSI? Yep. Oh yeah, look at this. Yeah, one more squeak, boys. Here it comes. Come on, baby. I've never been more prepared. The last time I was this prepared was January of 2026. This is it. One more rally. There. The Moon Boys will start getting super bullish. Blockchain backer is their leader. He's going to lead us to the promised land. One more squeak like this. Boom. Bottom is in. That's it. How long did this take? 51 days this took. This took 30 days. Yeah, look at that. This is it. I'm disappointed the chat's not getting toxic. Maybe we're not high enough yet. Maybe we're not high enough. How are the 2017 coins doing? What do we got? TRX? Oh, TRX finally pulled back? Barely. Doge is dead. Algo's fucked. Cardano's dead. Stellar Lumens is still holding up. Yeah, Stellar Lumens is definitely holding up. Chainlink. It's actually doing pretty good considering. Chainlink's doing funny business. Don't like that. BNB's dead. XRP's making a lower high. Ethereum Classic is dead. Bitcoin Cash is trying to do funny business. But if it makes a lower high now, then I think we'll be all right. Litecoin is kind of bullish. Oh, wow, we actually got this relief rally. I can't believe it. We talked about this. Yeah, look, we're almost at the top. Ethereum should go a little higher. Yeah, because look at Ethereum's RSI. It's almost at the top zone. One more push. Yeah, we're getting close, I think. If I'm wrong, I'm fucked. But if I'm not wrong, we're getting close. Yeah, we're getting there. We're getting close. I think we got one more push to the upside left. We are in 2029, 2022. Huge bear divergence from January to May. Yeah, but we made a lower high in January and May, so I can't really say it's a divergence, no? Oh, actually, yeah. It's like the hidden, what is that, a hidden bearish divergence? Yeah, that's weird. I didn't even see that. We made a higher high in RSI and a lower high in price. A hidden bearish divergence. Yeah, I didn't even see that. That's fucking weird. Oh, this is it, man. This is it. This is it. This is it. I think we got one more push left. Right? Do you guys disagree? If you disagree, I need you to tell me why. I'm not trying to tell you I know. I'm trying to see what the data says. But the data says the next push up should be where the top starts to form. Is it not? What if we look at our Moonboy chart? What does the Moonboy chart say? Where is the RSI whenever we have a Moonboy event? We're looking for the RSI to be here. We're looking for the RSI to be at the white line every time there's an orange line. This one was before. So we went down into the orange line. Here it is again. Before the orange line. Yeah, twice in a row we went down into the orange line. That's why I think the top should be this week or next week. Here it is again. You go down into the orange line, but beforehand, you're up here. Yeah. This one was just fucking bullish. That's fine. But even still, yeah, I never looked at it from this perspective. Even still, you came down into the orange line. So we should be bearish into August. Here it is again. You're always bearish going into the orange line. Yeah, I really think the top is next week, man. Look, this is like every time now. We're going down into the orange line. Yes, I understand we went up here, but we went down into the orange line. This one technically you went up, but even still you went down. But it is bullish here. There's no question. That was fucking bullish. Yeah, look, here it is again. Every time we go up to this white line and then we go down. I'm pretty sure. Look, here it is again. I'm pretty sure the top is coming this week. I think there's one more push left and then it's fucked. I think this is it. I think the top is coming this week. Well, today's Wednesday, so it's not this week. I think the top is forming, man. Like next week. You know what's funny? I tried telling my AI about this, and they told me that I was delusional. They said there's no correlation. Markets are driven by liquidity. Sounded like a moon boy that was bullish at 80,000. This is it. I think the top is coming right into our box, baby. It's going to go right into our box. And then you're on your own, guys. Good luck. We should be bullish for the next 10 days, and then it's over. That's what I'm thinking. And if I'm right, the buying should accelerate, which is what we said a couple of days ago. We said we should just get sucked up and come right back down. We're getting sucked up right now. Now the question is, are we going to come back down? This is a big, big moment right now. This is a big moment, man. You got the wrong data? I got the wrong data, Johnny. Respectfully, Mr. Jonathan, weren't you saying we were going to go down in July, and now you're saying we're going to go down in August? Jonathan. I appreciate your input. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I think we're going to form the top next week, maybe the week after, and then we're bearish until October. That's what my chart says. That's what my chart says. Could be a Laura. I don't know what that even means. My chart says if relief rally gets over 72K, the bottom could be in. Yeah, we really shouldn't go that high. I think you're right. If we go too high, then the bottom probably is in, which means we shouldn't go too high. I think we're going to get it. We're always bullish into the orange. Now we're going to go down. And the reason why I'm getting excited, yeah, look at this too. Dude, I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna trust it. I think this is gonna play out. I mean, why are we not trusting it? This is exactly what we wanted. This is exactly what we asked for. I guess when it's time to do it, you get nervous because you doubt that someone like me can do it. I say the same thing, but it's fucking happening, baby. Come on. Come on, baby. Where's Curry, man? Dude, it's doing exactly what we asked for. Doge is dead. BNB is dead. Solana's dead. I don't know if I'd say Solana's dead, but making a lower high. Which means we kind of want to see it pop back up to this level. That's what's been happening. We've been popping back. Oh, sorry, that's too high. It's been popping back. It's been popping back to the high. But because of where it is, Solana would have to pop by 7%, which means that Bitcoin should also pop by 5%, which is 70,000. So if Bitcoin is 70,000 next week, I have to assume that's the top. Because we've been looking for this for 3 months now. And it's in our box. And it's time to pull the trigger. This is it, boys. Good luck to you all. May God have mercy on our souls. Should we say a prayer? I don't know. Sweet Jesus. Sweet fucking Jesus. Sorry. I didn't mean to say that. But look. No, this is it. This is it. No. Look at this dude. Oh. Look. Wait, I just had it. Oh, look at this dude. Wait, I just had it. Go back. Look, we had this box here this whole time. Well, it was actually this box. I'm not gonna pretend. This red box is new. But this is what we're looking for. We said if Bitcoin is in the blue box. No, wait, this looks like it's around. It looks like it's where we are. Right? Look at my smile. Look, this was May 12th. And we said if we're still down here, we're bearish. Right? Let me make sure I'm not giving you some bullshit. Chat. I think this is gonna work. I think we go up or sideways into June, July, and then August down into November's bearish. And if I'm wrong, then it's a super cycle. And congratulations to the super cyclers. First time in history. Which at some point, someone has to be the first in history. So go sideways, go bearish. This, when it turned red, is wait. Now for the Moon Boys super cycle, I think if you high by January, I think if we're in a super cycle, we should take this high by July. Which means if we don't, which is what I think, then we're going like this. Dude, it's time. So I think it's fucking time. Look at this dude. Look at where I stopped it. So if I had to make a comparison to where I think we are, I think our summer is going to be equivalent to this. I don't think it's just going to go straight down like that. But remember how in the winter I was saying that if we're going to be in a super cycle, we should make a new high by January? I think if we're in a super cycle, we should take this high by July. Which means if we don't, which is what I think, then we're going like this. Dude, look at the date, July 30th. It's about to be July 30th. This is it, man. I'm not saying I called it. That's not why I'm showing you this. I need to hear it with my own ears that this is what we were looking for, and now it's time. So I think for us, the best case scenario here is going to be one more move up, then a big rejection, then a trap like this, and then we begin our descent. Dude, come on, man. I have to trust myself. Is this not what happened? Obviously, it's not the exact same because we went all the way back to the bottom. Descent, right? Yeah, descent. This is it, man. This is it. This has to be it. Let's consolidate ways. So,
This has to be
technically in the short term, it's going up, but if you look at Ethereum, we would say that it's going sideways. You know, like if you bought Ethereum a month ago, 2 months ago, it was at 2200. Now it's at 2285. Which from a measurement perspective does we've hit overbought super cycle. But this indicator paints beautifully that we never hit the deep end of the ocean. We simply put our knees in the water, but we never actually went under. And the fact that we're already green again, it makes you really think, is it a super cycle or are we about to go under? And I don't think we're about to go under, but I think after August, we actually are going to go under.
Come on, dude. I have to trust myself.
And the invalidation for that would be taking this high. I think if we took this high, I don't see how we could take this high and then go down again. That doesn't make any sense. You know?
Look, I keep writing July 30th. Dude, we're right there. That's next week. I have to trust it.
Oh, what if that ends up happening though? That doesn't make any sense.
No, but that didn't happen. That's why it doesn't make any sense. We went down.
You know? Like, well, I mean, when I say sideways, I mean between 80,000 and 83,000. We could definitely do something like that. That's what happens every time it's bearish. We go sideways. I think that's the best case scenario for the bears because it's not going down, but the stock RSI will fall and it'll tell us before the drop that it's bearish. That's been happening for the last year and a half. We see the stock RSI crashes, but the price doesn't move. That tells you you're not going anywhere. Like if you were bullish in June, you had to wait 4 months to freaking go anywhere. That's why I would prefer that we sit here, we watch the stock RSI go down, because then we know it's bearish. So I think going sideways or slightly up is the best case scenario. That's what I'm thinking. So
yeah, right. This blue box, I did have it down lower. Because look, the bottom of the box is below the high. It looks like the bottom of the box is between 74 and 68,000. That's exactly where we are. It's below, I had it at 68. The bottom of the box is between 74 and 68. It's like 69. Yeah, so maybe I lowered my box a little bit. But this is what we're looking for. Now, the reason why I'm showing you this is I'm not even showing it to you, actually. I want to see what I said. You know why I do this? Because normally when you make a decision and you have no emotions, that's usually the right answer. Now emotions are starting to come in because it's time to start acting. Right? The bottom was in October, and then Bitcoin didn't start going bullish until January. Which, by the way, I don't know if this matters, but I was scrolling on Instagram and I just got recommended a stock post, and the people in the comments were talking shit. So people are getting cocky, which that doesn't mean that it's the top, but it lets you know how bullish we are. And normally that's the end phase. So we could go much higher, but again, I think 3 to 6 months from now, it'll be like, yeah, man, everybody was super rich. Look, fuck me, May 12th. That was the top for the super. Yeah, well, we don't know if that was the top for the semiconductors. But everybody was talking shit. Let's see, man. Let's see. Oh, at least 20%. Because I think there's more to it than I personally think we're going to get a COVID crash. That doesn't mean I'm going to be right. That's just point do you say we're not there? Because I don't want to get wrecked. Dude, like, I have to say congratulations. All right, sideways for 3 weeks. Yeah, you know what, chat? I think we might actually be in here. That would be gnarly. The absence of us to November is bearish. And if I'm wrong, but I think because I don't think that stuff matters, man. It's just something to talk about. Yeah, what do we got? What do we say, man? Let's fact check. It's look at what has happened historically and what we're sitting through right now. I can't. We had the COVID crash. We didn't get a COVID crash. Everyone's got a different plan, but here you hit overbought, then we went down, then we hit overbought again, but we never went back to this. Here we hit overbought and we never went back. I'm pretty sure if I'm gonna say when this rally fails, we shouldn't be going back to 82,000 for a year. And Micron is something totally different. We come down here if we go any higher, like 90K. But that's the thing, man. It could do something like this, though, where maybe there's one more push up, then we go back down just as fast. Because this only took 1 month from April 1st to May 1st. So if we go from the end of May to the end of June,
Bro,
that
no.
would be that's also actually possible. I'm assuming the top is in August. That's where
Holy
that's where the
shit.
disconnect is. I'm assuming the top is in August. If the top is before August and it's in June, then we have plenty of time. I answered my own question. Yeah, we're
Okay.
assuming the top is in August.
Because we could technically, let's just assume for Moonboy's sake, we go to 90,000. We could roll over like this, go sideways, then roll over again, then go sideways, and then roll over again. Okay, yeah. So that's why it doesn't make sense. I'm assuming the top is in August. It could be earlier than that.
Yo, dude. We got it. I got it.
So wait a minute. I'm looking at it wrong. Yeah, no. How the hell do we get down? How the hell do we get to 42,000? Maybe the top is already in. or it's close. No, seriously,
I'm
we
not gonna
gotta.
pretend to know. We're in some uncharted waters here. How on earth do we go?
But do you see how I have doubt? That's what I'm talking about. When the bears start questioning why are we up here, that's the top. Because even I said I don't know.
From 85,000 down to 40,000?
This is in May, by the
Unless the
way.
bottom is in December or the top is already in. If we go up again, something's got to give here. Nah, we're at an interesting part. I'll admit, this is very interesting. Something's got to give here.
Yeah, but the top was in right there. That was the top. That's why it didn't make any sense. Why are we so bullish? We shouldn't go any higher than this. And we came right back down.
Because if we start pumping to 90,000, even I would say, how the hell do we go to 42,000 by then? It's impossible.
Nah, this is it, dude. I'm so glad I clicked on this. Because I need reassurance. And the fact that I was thinking about it months ago, I'm not trying to say I was right. That's not what I'm doing. You guys know I'm wrong all the time. But now it's time to start acting.
I answered my own question. Terms were going down there. Yeah, see, when you draw it this way, it's not that far-fetched. We still have a long way to go, though. I think we're at the early phases of a plan here. I think personally, July and June, if you're a moon boy, we got to go up. So anything other than 90,000 will confirm we should be. I mean, I don't know if it confirms. I would argue this would definitely confirm it.
Hold on. What is he going to draw?
Right?
What is he going to draw?
We got Crypto Meow
No!
for
Fucking
10.
Crypto Meowist ruined it.
I appreciate the 10, man. That helps a lot. We're about to go straight down, not to be toxic. This fade goes straight down, NFA. Time now. And I am normal human. I'm not like an expert trader. And I could just tell by my titles and thumbnails to get everyone excited. Like that is a top signal. It doesn't mean that it's the definitive top.
Yeah, we got to start listening
I
to
think
ourselves.
5 months from now we'll be looking back saying, yeah, look at the titles and the thumbnails. That shit was bearish. You know? Like we always say, don't ignore the top signals. That's kind of a top signal. When a YouTuber starts talking about a super cycle,
look at the title. Right, May 8th was the top. Wait, it was the... Oh my God, it was 2 days after the top. Yeah, we got to start listening to our gut, man. What was I going to say?
make a lower high, you could probably say it's bearish because we haven't done that yet. These wicks have been higher every time. I don't know if this one was higher. Yeah. To June, anything other than that, like if we're still at 81K or 82K, that's kind of the top, the word. And we went down.
Wait, what am I
Vertical.
saying?
I'm not going to say it's bearish. There was no use. You already missed it. I can't say I know. You know, it's all speculation. Vertical. I'm not going to say it's, but, and Bitcoin went down. And the other side of that was COVID. A unique scenario where Bitcoin is going to be like Nvidia. So it just down. What used to be, oh my God, 30% drawdown, which
Yeah,
does line up with the
not-
200 moving average.
It's not going to be 30%.
I know 5% from September to November. It only takes 2 months to go down. So if we start going down in August, we could be down there by November. Maybe we start going down in July. But that's what I'm saying. We can remain bullish all we want to.
if we're still at 82,000 and it's July and August, like we kind of know we're going down. But I have a high, I don't think we're going to be here still. We'd either be much higher or move back down. I don't think we're just going to sit here for 3 months, like at 82,000. We're either going up or we're not. And the fact that we are doing historically what has happened, with these, hold on a second. Let me, this is it, man. What am I trying to do here? So if it doesn't happen, so if we went through it by 3%, that puts us at 86K. That's why I'm not saying it has to work, because this market cycle is breaking everything. So we could go up there. But I think personally, if we actually break this, you got something. Something's wrong. We just had this 5-month bear market in August. So I think if we start going sideways in the summer, you'll get something like this.
Yeah, this is
Because
what I
it's
was
true.
looking
It's
for.
like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And then all of a sudden it goes down. Now, unfortunately, I don't have any reference points because I can't really say this is the same because this was in the middle of the bull market. I can only look at 2018, which I still can't really say it's the same. I mean, it's similar the way that it's behaving, but I mean, we're just going vertical. So maybe the S&P truly bottomed and it's never going back down there ever again, you know? But even here, we went sideways. So I think if we go sideways into the summer, or in the summer, not into the summer, then we'll know, okay, this is probably at the end. Because it always is. Whenever we go sideways, we always go down after.
Yeah, we do. I gotta trust myself, man. We literally went fucking sideways from when I said that. May 8th. The top was May 15th. We're still the same price. I have to trust myself for once. This is it.
And then at the last second, they pulled the rug by 17%. So the problem is, how high is it going to go by the time it has the correction, and you're going to be, it's going to be all the way up here. So I don't know, I don't know how long this is going to go on. I would imagine.
See, but even I said this in the video yesterday. There's nothing wrong with not knowing. It's when you pretend that you do know, that's the problem. And I'm questioning it as we're forming the top.
Imagine it's probably going to go on until the summertime. That's why I think June and July is probably where it stalls.
Bro, this has to be it. This has to be it. June and July is where it stalls. This has to be it, brother. June and July, same price.
Maybe it doesn't, but we'll know if it does. That lines up with the 4-year cycle. So we would turn bearish September, October, November.
That's it, man. I have to listen. Every time we do this sideways propaganda, it's bearish. Ron Walker would say it's your distribution top. The herd is buying.
Which historically the S&P does bottom in October, November, December. But I'm not buying.
Wait, is that exactly what just happened? Hold on a second. Go back. This guy was cooking right there.
Coming back to these prices? Probably not. I'm preparing for 19. We had to. I'm preparing for 19. We had. But that's why I said into the summer, if we still don't go up, nothing stays up forever. It doesn't do this. It only does this if we're going vertical. When it goes like this, that's where it's holy shit. And we're at the point before that. So it's something to watch. That's why I said if we're doing this into the summer, I do think we're going like this. Because the moves down, again, you can see October, November, the bottom is in November or December. We go sideways December, January, February, and turn bullish in March. What is the correct call? What is the correct play for the bull market? Oh yeah, I wanted to check that. I forgot about that actually. So everything's pivoting now
Hold on,
to
shut up.
I forgot about that MSTR cutout. This shit was nuts. Wait. Okay, this is saying August is bearish. This is saying we're bearish from August to October. Bottom is the first week of October. I think that's ballsy. That's very ballsy to say the bottom is in October, the first week of October. It's not impossible though. Like, you just have to really know your shit, which I'm not saying that I do. But this technically says the bottom is in the first week of October. The Clarity Act. You guys are still talking about the Clarity Act, man. I should put that I should ban that word from my chat. Clarity Act. Chart Inspect has short-term holder MVRV. Chart Inspect. All right, I hope you're not wasting my time, my friend. Chart Inspect. It better be free. Let's see. They want me to create an account. 200 free indicators. Yeah, maybe I'll look into this. Chart Inspect. Are you a user? Can I use all of this? Is it real-time information or is it delayed? Because sometimes websites let you sign up. The websites let you sign up, but the information is delayed. You meant short-term holder Newpol? No, I know. It's the same thing. They want me to sign up. My question is it updated in real time if I do sign up? Or is it delayed? Yeah, this website looks like it's got a lot of shit on here, but it says 200 free charts and indicators. I have a free account. It's giving me real time. All right, I'll have to look at it. Yeah, it says last updated 1 hour ago. My man. All right, I'm going to look into it over the next 2 or 3 hours. Yeah, it looks cool. Looks like it's got a lot of shit. But I can't click on it because I have to log in. Bear market takes less time every time. Now you guys are just spewing nonsense, man. I spew nonsense too, so I'm not mad at you.
But this was 377 days. This was 361 days. Dude is just chatting, man. Chat box. Yeah, yeah. Yes, so 377 days is October. It looks like the bear market could be getting longer by like a couple of days. This one was 377. This one was 361. Maybe this one is like 380, 388, 390, end of October. Because what's interesting is I think the top is moving to the left. You see how the top here was the 9th? And then the bottom was the 21st. See, but I wonder if this is the bottom on some exchanges. Was November 9th the bottom on certain exchanges? No, it was the bottom in November on Bitstamp. It was the bottom on Index. It was the bottom on KuCoin. Yeah, this wasn't even the bottom, man. This was the bottom over here. So we're looking for a bottom in October. At the latest, the first week in November. That's what I'm thinking. You guess you got it wrong? No, it's all right. I'm not going to time you out because you're a member. But from now on, whenever someone types some rubbish and I take the time to look at it and it's rubbish, they're getting timed out. This is legitimately one of the most important times of our crypto history. Because you got people that are going to go max long right before we go straight down. And you have people that are going to short before we go straight up. So we have to be 100% sure. Because if we're right, then we should just go straight down August, September. And it only takes 30 days to go down. The problem is for our projected bottom at 40,000, we got to go 40% down. So that could be split into two 20% moves. So if we go down 20% in August and 20% in September, that gets us to our destination. But we're getting everything we talked about. We're getting the RSI over into the overbought region. We're not the overbought region, but our overbought region that we're looking for. This. Every time since 2025, we've come up to this box, we've formed a top. So I'm thinking one more push for old time's sake. Top is next week. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom. Bottom's in. That's it. I think this is what we're looking for. I really think this is what we're looking for here. The only reason I would ever be bullish is because of the Moonboy chart. And even the Moonboy chart is starting to fail. It's not starting to fail. It's doing exactly what we wanted it to. But the old version of me would be bullish because of the orange line. But because we're not doing anything, the orange line doesn't have that much strength. But it doesn't have that much strength because it's a bear market. And that's what puts everything together. If it was a true bull market, we would be going straight up right now. Orange line, straight up. Orange line, straight up. Orange line, straight up. Orange line, straight up. The fact that we're just sitting here like a dead donkey after Shrek sat on me is just ultra bearish. And now we're getting close to where it would turn bearish if it was a 4-year cycle bear market. I think the top could be next week. I do. I think the top could be next week. I'm not saying I know. Maybe the top is in August, but the top could be next week. I think if we're at 69 to 8 to 70K next week, that should be the top.
Some chart says the website is lagging for 30 days. Yeah, I'll check it out after the live stream, or maybe a little later. I'm gonna check it out though for sure. It looks like a good website. Yeah, so we're looking for a top next week, in the next 15 days. Today's Wednesday, so the FOMC meeting's the 29th, I believe. A week from today. Yeah, I think the top could be next week, man. I think the top could be next week. I'm getting nervous, but I'm not, because this is what we trained for.
Yeah.
This is what we
Data processing, data
for.
Here, that's why. Sorry. As fast, because this only took 1 month from April 1st to May 1st. So if we go from the end of May to the end of June, that's also actually possible. I'm assuming the top is in August.
Yeah, but why did I stop? Why did I stop after that? I just stopped. But that's what we got. We came back to the low in June, and now the orange line is pulling us up. Now the orange line pulls us higher. April 28th. Wow, it's even earlier. Let's see what I said in April.
7 months away.
Whoa, look at that mustache. Whoa, look at that. Look at this dude. Why is my mustache orange?
I'm not even sure.
Whoa, I wasn't expecting that. Look at this dude.
So maybe this is the last market cycle that's like the last chance to make money. That it does work, but
yeah, see, I'm not really saying anything here.
the next bull run is actually closer than this, if you think of it.
I'm just like chatting.
It's bullish till the last second, and then they pull the rug. I know Dogecoin is very popular. Doge ETF came out.
Yeah, maybe that's why the stream was short.
Right? 2 months.
Bunch of rubbish.
Components of the computer chips.
Yeah, just a bunch of shit. Didn't say anything. Hold on, man. We're going into the archive here. The Confederate stash. That's funny.
There's already world where everybody just starts selling everything.
Yeah, I kind of don't like the
Wow.
mustache. I look younger here, right?
Wait, what is this? Propaganda because it's August. Here it is again.
Wait.
2021 August.
Wait, this guy's cooking. Hold on a second.
We
I might have to
know
start watching my
the
old
crash
streams.
was in the first week of August in 2023 as well.
Wait, this guy's cooking,
If
Chad.
I use
Hold
the
on.
weekly chart for accurate data. Yeah, the crash was in the first week of August. Oh yeah, it was in 2023, and it was in 2022 as well. Yeah, I'm telling you, August. I think August, maybe August is the new September. Yeah, August is pretty deadly as well, man. In 2021, August was bullish. What about 2020? I think there was a crash in 20. Is the last week of August. I mean, technically the reversal was in August. Yeah, August is pretty deadly too, man. This crash was in September. August is pretty bearish, I will say.
Yeah, I think this is it.
What about 20? Yeah.
Yeah,
Hold on, chat.
I think this is
This was unprecedented. Precedented? Was it bearish here? Oh shit! No, I'm just kidding. Dude, August is pretty bearish. Come on, baby. Wow. Now I'm not coming on here pushing bearish propaganda because it's August. Here it is again.
Yeah,
Yo,
no, this
what's
is,
going
I
on with
don't know.
August?
I'm getting
What
nervous.
happened in 20? Oh, here it is
Dude, I think
again.
the top is next week.
Yeah, what?
It
Why
might
is
be.
August so bearish?
It might
Bearish
be next.
propaganda.
It might be,
August was
boys.
technically bullish in 2017. That's why I'm not gonna push the bearish propaganda, but you get some shenanigans in August, I'll tell you that. So and this was unplanned. That's what I'm looking for. That was unplanned. I actually was looking for August to be the reversal because of the Moon Boy event, but it just happens to be that August is just bearish overall most of the time. So I'm going to assume that if Bitcoin is not in a super cycle, then we should stay below around 83,000 by July. And if we are still here, personally, again, I'm not saying I'm going to be right. Maybe I'm wrong, but for me, I'm preparing for a move down to 50,000 or lower.
Yeah, this is it.
Because Ethereum did top in August. So for all we know, we might just do the same exact thing we just did, where we just flatline
Yo, you
and then
motherfucker.
bam, the
You
bottom is in
mo
November.
You motherfucker. Nah, that's it. I'm so happy I clicked on this. Dude, you know why I'm laughing? Because you have to you have to trust yourself, man. Did we stop above the 2025 high? Yeah, we did. Yeah, hold on. I didn't know that I drew that. I'm sorry. I'm not it's not what it looks like. I'm not trying to say I looked at this and called it. That's not what I'm doing. I'm trying to see what I said so I can trust myself. And you know what else occurred to me? I just went for a nice 6 mile walk. The bottom is moving and the top is moving by 1 month. So some of you probably already knew that, but it didn't occur to me until I realized. But the bottom here was
Yeah,
in November.
we already know that. I was late to the party on that.
Big move, big move.
Big,
And
big
the
move.
question is, where's the bottom?
Where's
If
the
that's
bottom?
true. Again, I know some people think the bottom is already in, but
Yeah, but that's what we're saying now. Some people think the bottom is already in, and the bottom wasn't in.
we're only down 52%. I can't
38 months.
I can't get behind the idea that we had a 50% bear market.
Hold on a second. What did I say? What do we got here, Chubbs?
Symbolic nonsense.
Give me something, Chubbs.
Technically, like I said before, we will actually know definitively that if we go down before August, then the bottom probably is in October. But I'm not going to put timestamps on anything. Why? Because I don't make any extra money for doing that. Because then we could, yeah, this would be just absolutely perfect. And then the bottom would be at the end. Yeah, this would be perfect. Perfect. Perfect.
Perfect.
But it doesn't really make sense to go all the way down here by October if the bottom or the top is not soon.
Yep.
That's what I would say as well.
Yes, sir.
Like there's no law that says this has to play out. It could be moved, it could be shifted over too, like this. But according to the Moon Boy chart, if it is a 4-year cycle bear market, then the reversal should be in August or before that, which means we'll know we're bearish if we go down before then, which is what I'm looking for. I'm just trying to make a plan here because if this happens, then we're going to go down so far, so quickly. Man, this is a tough one, huh? Because got hosed pretty bad, but
That puts us back at 56,000. And I have a hard time believing that the bottom would be 56,000.
Holy shit. Did we go to 56,000? 57,000.
If we just use percent.
I don't even remember saying this.
I think if we just sit here, why can't we do something like this? This is just a rhetorical question, but why can't we do this? If we just sit here until the summer and then we fall by 30%, that puts us back at 56,000. And I have a hard time believing that the bottom would be 56,000 if we just used up all this energy to go up to overbought. I have to assume that this same RSI that we're looking at now is going to be massive to the downside.
Is that what happened? 13 days. Now I'm getting... Yeah, it didn't even reach overbought. It just collapsed.
So for everyone that's a moon boy, including the Jasmine guy, I have to respect the bullish momentum. It's there. It sucks that I didn't get in, and I want to FOMO into stocks, and I'm probably going to miss them, but I already did. You know, the stock that I want.
See, that's the difference between me now and me my whole life. I finally accept that if I missed it, I missed it. You can't just FOMO in thinking it's going to keep going, because it never does. This was the top. May 13th, that's when I said that. We haven't really gone anywhere since May 13th. So when you feel that, you should listen to your gut, man.
Wanted to buy, went from $40. It's about to go August, I think. Could it be June for the boat to come back? If the boat doesn't come back and it's a super cycle, then I'm okay with that. I'll make peace with it and I'll prepare. But in my opinion, if it's going to be a 4-year bear market, I have to assume that the reversal point should be in June or July. And the reason why I say all of this nonsense to wrap everything up is because, like I said, even I had my original plan was to be bullish into August and then get out and go bearish again after August. So the fact that we're doing it now doesn't surprise me anymore because I've already accepted that the bottom is not in April.
Yeah, but
that's why once April passed.
But we already discussed that we're not going to be bullish.
I accept that it is.
It's not going to be bearish after August. It's going to be bearish somewhere in August, as we already looked at. Look.
Bullish.
See how we turned bearish into August?
Yeah, August was bullish in 2017. What about here? Yeah, August was... I don't know. What do you consider this? Here it is again. You like get a big dump into the first week of August. I don't know why that happens, but
yeah, I think the top could be next week, man.
So I think we can remain optimistic heading into the summer. And if it's a super cycle and what I just said is all rubbish, then we'll be higher by August. And I'll have to accept that that was the bottom and I missed it. But even then, we'll probably come down and do something like this and then go up. Like, I don't think we're just going to teleport out of here. But I would have to imagine that if we were going to be in a super cycle, we would probably take this high before August. And if that ends up happening, I'll have to live with it and say, whatever. You know, it's a 3-year cycle now.
But that's not what happened.
Because I don't really think it's possible we go all the way to 98K and then go all the way down with the...
That's not what happened,
like, they didn't buy it. I'm Bitcoin, you know? I get this personally.
Brother, is that...
One more spike to get everyone extra bullish.
All right, we didn't get that high. We didn't get that high.
That doesn't really look that far-fetched.
I had it right the first time before I moved it.
This personally.
Yo, is that not what we just got? Yeah, I don't know why I took a sip of the Moon Boy juice.
Extra bullish.
I got excited.
I got us so excited from the Moon Boy juice.
That doesn't really look that tunnel. Very similar to the one that we formed here. It's just very steep this time. So if we fail to break out of it, I have to assume it's bearish. But my question is this: where would we go? If we think the bottom is around 45,000, that's 45% from here. Holy crap. Where does that put this?
Yeah, we already went over this.
I hope not. The top is in Q4. Holy crap.
Yeah, I think this is it,
Rally
man.
to the top. I hope it happen right now. That's my prediction. We could pull back, but I don't see this happening. If it happens, fine, but
Yeah, that's not what happened,
you've
though.
never had a capitulation like that without SPY.
Right, so that
Have you
didn't
ever
happen.
capitulated? But guys, we had 3 green months in a row. You know that's never happened before in a bear market. August. That's not good.
All right, I think we're gonna stick to the plan, man. I think the top is either next week or the week after. Because August 1st is what? Is August 1st next week? August 1st is Saturday. Oh, it is next week. What's today? Wednesday? Yeah, it's next Saturday. Yeah, so the top could be next week. I'm a little hesitant, but it could be.
Remember.
Stock market mania. Look at the title of the thumb. Dude, I'm telling you, man. Look at the title, Stock Market Mania to start bull run. That's a top signal.
NASDAQ is even sicker.
Stock market. Oh, look who's on the bottom right. Look, it's my twin.
The problem isn't being bullish. I don't know, man. The rally lasted until March, and then it kind of turned bearish because the data market. And if that's true, and we are still here in July, then by default, at least historically, we should turn bearish in August. Whether you use the Moonboy chart or you just use Bitcoin's historical data. You can see we basically turned bearish in August here.
Yeah, we
even
keep
though
saying
we know
it
we
over
broke
and
the
over.
high.
It's August.
Ethereum didn't.
August, September, October should be
So
bearish.
Ethereum turned bearish in August was the top.
August again.
August typically is bearish. I'm going to give the bulls the benefit of the doubt, but once August comes and goes, if we're still down here, I'm going to assume we're going much lower. Because the thing is, there's no...
But see, I didn't know we got more information now. So the fact that I was saying that before we got the information, we already went down.
Are shrinking, but I can't say that I know because ETH BTC is still bleeding. So if ETH BTC comes down here and then Bitcoin falls by 50%,
this was the ultra bearish scenario. That's not happening.
Yo, that's something to look into actually.
Yeah, that's
because think about it.
I mean, it's not too late.
It topped in November and we were bearish into January.
Oh, look, we're talking about
Chill Guy in January. Actually, this topped early January. Bitcoin topped late January. Then we went down. Bitcoin topped
see, you guys are laughing at my Chill Guy.
October. This topped in July. It made a lower high from May. So something like Chill Guy, if we see Chill Guy go up again, then we're going to know, oh my God, we're still bullish. If we see Chill Guy go like this, even though Bitcoin doesn't move, it's telling us in advance that we're still bearish. Why? Because that's how it's been since it came out.
Chill Guy.
Me personally, I like Luna Classic because Luna Classic has a big ass community, and every time Luna Classic pumps like this, Bitcoin gets a big ass pump. But every time Luna Classic comes down, with the exception of 2023, we did have a big correction.
Yeah,
you can see it happened in 2022.
Dude, you guys laugh at my shit coins. I'm telling you, the shit coins dictate the market.
We're not even close to that. So I can't definitively say that the bottom is in.
when you hit overbought and it's actually bullish, you go up. If we don't go anywhere,
Yeah, I think we're going to stick to the
bold,
plan.
I can't say it.
I didn't realize I
Bitcoin
went.
divided by SPY, that's confirming that thesis.
I didn't realize I went this into
Be
detail.
bullish because we're
Like I've been saying
came
the
up to
same
the
thing
three,
over and over again, but I
put a
didn't know
dent in the
that.
clarity.
I thought we were saying
I know
some
everyone in the
rubbish.
chat keeps talking about the Clarity Act.
Dude, you guys are still talking about the you guys are still talking about the Clarity Act.
There's a lot of moving parts, but one by one they're gonna stop moving. And the date seems to be July or August.
July or August.
Now, if it ends up being June, that's kind of gonna suck because then I can't really do anything.
Oh, we got exactly.
Could it be June? Sure, of course. I think it's a bear market. For all I know, the top is already in and we're about to go down.
Yep.
But what I'm hoping for is that the stock market holds it up long enough to where we can get clarity. I know everyone in the chat keeps talking about the Clarity Act. I need clarity on where are we? So there's two things that give me clarity. One, and then a bounce, or two, sideways. What's not going to help me is if we just went straight down like this. Because then we know it's a bear market, but I can't do anything here. 64,000, and I'm not going to chase it down because how do I know it doesn't do this? Where it falls, everyone turns bearish, then you make another higher low like this, and then you go back up again. That's why I think this would be great. But it would be so bearish that us coming back up here just in time for the summer would just be the ultimate kill switch. So I think the best case scenario for me would just be consolidation. Because the longer we consolidate and the higher SPY goes, the more bearish this chart gets. And you can see, I would imagine the weekly stock RSI is probably turning bearish. Yeah, it's about to turn bearish. Bursh. It's about to turn bursh. So there's a lot of chatting going on today. I'm kind of saying the same thing 100 times, but I'm trying to get the point across that if you're a super cycler, this is your time. So like, we get a little pullback, everyone gets bearish, then it goes up again, then everyone gets bullish, but by then the momentum will already be bearish.
Yeah, but see,
telling us that
I
it's
was
bearish
saying that
because that's what's been happening
because
for
of
the
the
last
Moonboy event. I didn't know what it was
24
gonna do.
months. Stock RSI turned bearish on the first dump.
I kept saying
even though the
that
price recovered, it was still bearish.
because I didn't know.
Stock RSI turned bearish on the first dump.
I kept saying this because I didn't know what was going to happen into the Moonboy event. But we have more information now
Even though the price recovered,
because we came
it
down.
was still bearish. Stock RSI turned bearish on the first dump. Even though the price recovered, it was still bearish. So if we get a big dump to like 73,000, everyone's going to, oh my God, it's bearish. But because the Moonboy event is so strong, we should make another high. Or at least an even high. But the stock RSI will already be down here.
So this is
and we'll know, okay, it's bearish.
But you see how I keep bowing down to the Moonboy chart? That's why I was wrong here.
So it's a lot of moving parts right now, but one day at a time, we're going to take it. Because May's halfway over now. We're no longer in February. I can't believe it, but February was 3 months ago. Not to mention the RSI, which... So if...
Yeah, I think we're gonna I think we're gonna be right.
Something like this. That's when Bitcoin will start performing better. As this summer...
Yeah, I remember saying that. I kept saying maybe we make a higher low and then we come back to 80. But that was before we had the big move down because I didn't know what was going to happen. It was the Moonboy event that made me say that.
Golly.
All right, this is June now.
This one was even bigger. Yeah. By a March.
I think
it's on. Yes, nice find. Bearish in April, and we $2. I'm February of 2029. Yeah, see, we already did. This is recent. This is only a month ago. Of capitulation, where is the price of Bitcoin? Yo, come on, you motherfucker. Look at that shit. Dude, this has to be it. This is it. No, this is it. This is it right now. We're going up for the top. I really think personally we should just start going straight up. The Moonboy event always makes us go straight up. We should just go straight up to 70,000 by next week. And that should do it. Come on, man. This is it. I think this is it. I think next week is the top. Time frame. I think next week is the top. Three weeks ago, that's not going to help us. You want to see what you're saying back where you don't know. You got to see what you say when you don't know. What do we say here? May 5th. All right, this is the last one.
Then the actual cryptos. And I don't want to get in. That market, it was at like 190. Stocks in here are tech stocks.
Yeah, but brother, is that not what's happening right now, brother? Brother.
And all the tech stocks are up 10x from their 2022 lows. A 30% correction is nothing. The stock RSI on all,
I think this is it.
I think most coins are net negative. They're bullish. Where do you think we're going?
I think this is it. Yeah, I think this is it.
So they want to do stocks. I think huge dominance. Yeah, but that thing's up a bajillion.
Damn, I look fucking
Back
ugly
at 70
here.
bucks.
Holy shit. Look like a Dr. Megamind or something.
That should do it. Because if someone buys in here and there's no relief rally after that and it just goes down like this, that guy's done, man.
That guy's done.
And I've been that guy so many times.
That guy's done.
I don't want to be that guy anymore.
So
I would rather watch the market go like this, and then I'll get in when we get this. And the reason why I don't feel any FOMO is because Solana's not moving.
Yes. Dude, I'm telling you, we're ready. We're ready. Solana's not moving. We're ready, boys.
Which means if Bitcoin's at 150,000, Solana would be at 130. Did I catch the bottom? No. I'm not buying Solana anyway. I'm buying Bobo or whatever whatever's out there. I'm going to assume it's bearish. Really small.
Yeah, this is it, man.
Didn't mean it like that. And I never bought it. Honestly, in person.
Yeah, I think this is it, guys. I think the top is next week, maybe. Yeah, I gotta never shave my facial hair ever again, man. That shit was rough.
Which means we'll know we're bearish if we go down before then.
I think we already clicked on this one.
And one, remember?
That guy's done.
Unless we get one of the 2018 shenanigans where we come down like this.
Oh, hold on a second.
Bounce.
Hold on a second.
You know what? I think that would be nice too, actually.
Hold on, he's cooking, Chad.
I actually think this would be the best case scenario.
Oh my God, Chad, he's cooking. Somebody get him out of there.
Because then we'll know it's freaking bearish. You know, like if we came down here again, you know it's bearish. Who are you kidding?
You know,
do you know how many people are going to get trapped up here if we do this? Which technically that did happen in 2014 or whatever year this was. Yeah, we did actually. Then we spiked up one more time and then went down. I guess that's not impossible either. But you get the concept, right? So something like this, I think, is what we're doing. I think we're in this box by June, July. What do I hope? I kind of hope we get this personally. One more
Yeah, but
spike,
that
get
was
everyone extra bullish,
that was too
and then
Moon
that's
Boy.
it.
I was drinking the Moon Boy Kool-Aid. Yeah, so that blue box has been there since
That doesn't
May.
really look that far-fetched.
Drinking the Moon Boy
But my
Kool-Aid.
thing is, we'll know it's going to come, or we can strongly infer that it's going to come if the price moves lower from here.
Yeah, I gotta stick to the plan.
And the reason I say if is because I'm giving the Moon Boys the benefit of the doubt.
See, I'm
If
drinking
it
the
were
Moon.
up to me, I would say when it moves down, but
Okay.
I want to be respectful to the super cyclers because they're
Respectful
important to
Moon
the chat.
Boys.
Just like the bears are important to the chat. Every viewer counts.
All right.
But we are still forming a rising channel.
This is it,
Very
guys.
similar to the one that we formed here. It's just very steep this time.
This is it.
I mean, not really. Alley to the I actually hope it goes up.
Yeah, see, drinking the Moon Boy.
This is my least beneficiary. This is my least
Yeah, but see, ironically, this is actually the best case scenario because it came down here and then it bounced.
beneficial
I didn't think it was gonna bounce when I was drawing this.
scenario if we just died like this.
See?
Which I wouldn't.
If we went down to 45,000 from here, I would have been fucked.
I wouldn't. I don't see that happening though because the stock market's going straight up.
Yeah, baby.
And when we get this, the stock market should come down with us.
Yes. Dude, we're ready. And you want to know what's fucking nuts about saying that? Now we're starting to get sell signals on the S&P 500. I think we're going to be right. I could be wrong. I don't want to pretend to be a know-it-all. No, they got rid of my red dot, chat. We're bullish again. Oh, well. Stock market crash is canceled. Just kidding. NQ is there forever. They're not going to be able to get rid of it. So you might be asking, what was the point of looking at this?
Yeah, this can't happen right now. That's my prediction.
Yep, can't happen. You're right.
We could pull back, but I don't see this happening. If it happens, fine, but you've never had a capitulation like that where it's just so low.
All right. Okay, so you might be asking, why am I talking about this?
At some point, we got to go down, in my opinion, but like, I feel like everyone would get bearish, myself included, and then we would get some type of chop. Which I guess if we did this, I would like that too.
Yeah, okay.
I just hope we don't go down like this.
Yes. All right. So you might be asking, why am I talking about this? Why am I watching old streams? You didn't call shit. You're just another shiller, grifter. I agree with you. I know. But I need to confirm in my brain that this is what we're looking for. And now it's coming.
Which doesn't really make any sense because of how bullish the stock market is.
Because when we were drawing this, we had no emotions whatsoever.
That's my point. Even if Bitcoin falls, we could still get a bounce like 2018.
This is it.
See how Bitcoin fell back to the low and then bounced again? But I think it was from this point where everything just started melting, right? If we look at it, you could see in August of 2018, Bitcoin made a higher low. I'm pretty sure ETH made a new low because I remember sitting in the back room in the supermarket, sitting on the bananas, and I said, holy shit, they're sending ETH to zero.
I remember that.
Yeah, it was that moment actually where ETH just started nosediving. I remember I was like, what are they doing? It's going to zero. And from that point, it actually fell another 72%. I can't believe Ethereum was $80. Oh, well.
Yeah, well.
So, yeah, I mean, which, by the way, Ethereum is just absolutely struggling right now. So, I'm not sold on the super cycle. I'm not trying to convince people otherwise. I get it. And I actually still hope that there's one more push left. I do.
Yeah, but the reason why I wanted that was because of the Moonboy chart. But now, because we got the new low, we know the Moonboy chart is going to fail. Not fail us, But the original Moon Boy chart says we're bullish with the orange lines. But now that we made another low, we know that we're going to be bearish.
The longer we sit here with SPY moving the way that it's moving, same argument pretty much every time, where why would companies let Bitcoin go down? They're not going to let the price fall.
Are they still talking about the ETF in the chat?
I still think most people, if you ran a poll, are probably bearish, but it's pretty even. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but
yeah, this guy says institutional movement in Bitcoin now. You can't see it, but so they were saying the same shit at 80K. The institutions are in, the ETFs. Yeah, I'm not falling for
man,
the propaganda.
I feel like I said yesterday, I feel like we're missing the second half of the bear market. You know, like it feels like we're in the middle here, somewhere in like March of 2022. Even though the momentum doesn't agree with that, that's what it looks like. Like if I took all of this away, doesn't it kind of seem that way? The thing is, though, we had so much time here. We had 238 days. I don't think we have that. 238 days is December. So I guess we'll know technically, like I said before, we will actually know definitively that if we go down before August, then the bottom probably is in October. But I'm not going to put timestamps on anything.
All right.
Quickly.
We gotta prepare.
I don't lesson from 20.
All right, so the reason why I ran through that is not to say, look at what I said. I didn't even know what I said. I had an idea, but I didn't know it was that in detail. So this is what we're looking for. We're looking for the top to form in the next 14 days. That's what I think. The reason why I just did what I just did is because I wanted to see if I moved my box. And I moved it down. This yellow one I think was supposed to be here, and it was blue. But I made it yellow because blue doesn't work well with black on a screen. So we're exactly where we need to be. And the fact that we were looking at this when we were at 80,000 means that there's a higher chance that it plays out. I think this is where we're at. I think the top is coming in the next 10 days. That's my final answer. I think the top is coming in the next 10 to 15 days. I could be wrong, though, but that's what I think. And I was watching my old streams to see what I was saying. And that's it. Wow, I streamed for 3 hours. Holy shit. Yeah, I don't have anything else to tell you guys. This is it. And now, over the last 2 months, we went into detail. So what I just reviewed was the macro picture. But if you've been watching the streams for the last 2 months, if you've been watching the streams for the last month, then we took that and we went into detail with it. And now we're down to the detail part. The RSI is entering our box. Bitcoin is entering our zone between the realized price and the moving average. If this is going to be true, the top should form in the next 10 days. If this is going to be true, the top should form in the next 10 days. The S&P should make a new all-time high. Bitcoin should hit 70K. And that's it. That should do it. We should break down. We should break down August, September, October. Bottoms in October. Maybe it's in November. Gotta respect the possibility. But I think that's what we're looking for. I think we're looking for the finale here, which is Doge spikes to the upside, marking the end of the relief rally. I think that's what we're looking for.
It's been that way the whole bear market. We need Doge to spike. We need SWE to spike, which it is. SWE's grinding up. We need SWE to spike. It's marked the top. And if we're lucky, we'll get Floki to spike too. Floki should spike as well, marking the top of the relief rally. Or maybe not the absolute top, but like you're at the end, basically. So keep an eye on Floki. Somebody pointed out Ondo. Ondo is already pumping, which is great. Avalanche, maybe, but Avalanche is dead. I feel like there was one more. There was one more. We said Floki. If Chill Guy spikes up again, that would be nice, but we don't need it necessarily. But there was one more. It was Floki, SWE, Doge. I feel like there was one more. Maybe there wasn't. Oh, yes, it was BNB. We're watching for BNB to spike. Luna Classic is still a dead dog. Yeah, where's BNB? It should be up here. Yeah, we're waiting for BNB to spike. That's what we're waiting for. All right, I think we're getting ready to go up to the top now over the next 10 days. If I'm wrong, God help my soul. If I'm right, may God bless me in my future. But this is it. We're one more push away from getting a red dot. For the last year, every time we got a red dot, Bitcoin fell. We got a red dot in July of 2025. We fell by 12%. We got a red dot in January. We fell by 38%. We got a red dot in April. We fell by 27%. We're about to get a red dot in the next 10 days if we go higher. And if it's a bear market, if we get a red dot at 70,000, 38% from 70,000 is 43,000. We should get a red dot next week. That's what it looks like. That's what it looks like. Floki looks like it's about to spike. Yeah, I know. That's what we're looking for. We're looking for a spike on all the shit coins. That marks the euphoria. You can see every time we go down, Floki spikes. Now, Floki's not telling us, oh, well, Floki's bearish, so we're bearish. Floki is a retail coin. Even in October, Floki spiked, then we went down. Floki spiked, then we went down. Floki spiked, then we went down. Floki spiked, and then we went down. We're looking for a Floki spike. That marks euphoria. And the chat hasn't turned toxic yet, which means the top's not in. The chat has to turn toxic. And the reason why I say that is because people that stopped watching come back. You guys that have been here don't actually turn toxic. It's the people that left. When I start banning people, that's where the top is. It happened here, and it happened here. And we don't have that yet. So I have to assume the top is not in. And you heard it in my own voice, and that's why I think it's good to analyze what you say. I was unsure. I said, the top should be here somewhere, but I don't know. It's the I don't know that makes it bearish. And when we get to 70K, people are going to say, I don't know. No one's saying I don't know yet. People still think it's bearish. But it's when they flip that makes it bearish. I think we're going to get this. I think we're going to get this, gentlemen, and the two ladies. Super Guppy says we're max bullish right now. You have blue webs on the 20-hour time frame. That marked a rally in 2026. We went up by 7%. And it marked a rally in 2026 again. We went up by 15%. From the blue web, we should go up at least 10% to 8%, which is 70 to 72. We should go up from here. And if we're right, once the clock strikes 12 in August, we should still be at the 70K level or lower. And whenever we come back down, once we come back down, we're never going to see this price again for another year. That should do it. Because if you go to August, you hit this level and you came down, you didn't see these prices again. This one was actually only, it was half a year. But I think it's like 2018 where we're not in the negative new pool yet. In 2022, we were already in the negative new pool, so it took faster to recover. If we really go down to the negative new pool, we have to go all the way below 53,000. And we have to go to like 44. And I don't think we're going to go to 44 and then just pop right back up. That ain't happening. We have to stay down here for a while. So it might not be a year. It might be like 6 to 8 months. That's what I think. But all right, gentlemen and the 3 ladies, I'm happy I did that today because I didn't know that I was looking for this exact move. Not the exact move, but something along the lines of this. So we're shooting for a top in the next 10 to 15 days. And then August, September, October is bearish. Good luck to you all. As always, appreciate the support. Stay safe. None of this is financial advice. We'll be back tomorrow. Take care. And I'll see you soon.